Hello,
Hello.
I'm Shankrelin with
Hello.
Grace Over 50, and welcome to our conversation Over 50 Together Lessons, Laughs, and Life. I'm joined by three of my good friends who are here to share their personal stories, wisdom, and reflection on life over 50. Together, we'll explore their surprises, challenges, and joys at this stage in life. So grab your beverage of choice, get comfortable, and get ready to dive into this honest and empowering conversation about embracing life to the fullest after 50. Let me introduce my guest today. I have one of my good friends, classmates, and a sister from another mother, Miss Geisha Wallace. I have another friend who's a mutual friend through Geisha, whom I love. She's our button, our cook, our everything. Miss Glenda Copeland, and
Hi.
my dog right here in Dallas, Texas with me, Mentrell Ellison Hudson.
All
Thank you,
right.
ladies.
Yay.
Welcome. How are
Thank you,
y'all doing
Michelle.
tonight?
Doing well,
Doing
doing well.
great.
How are you?
Well,
I'm doing wonderful, wonderful. So thank you all for joining me tonight, and we're going to talk about this life after 50. So let's jump into some questions that and see what you all think, to share with the audience. Uh Geisha, we'll start with you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
What has been the most
Okay.
surprising part of life after 50?
Well, nothing really catches me by surprise, but I would say that life after 50 has been 50 and fun.
Mm,
Fun. Mm,
Fun.
come on now.
you
Yeah.
always have fun. You had fun I think you have fun at over 60.
I-
70,
I'm
80,
looking
90.
forward to it. I'm looking
Right.
forward to it.
Mhm.
Yeah, the surprising part of life over 50. What do you think, Mentrail?
The body. When the body start playing tricks on you, baby, when you get over 50. But you try to have that control over it and so I take my health seriously. You
Yeah,
know, back in the
yeah.
day, you wasn't worried about it because nothing was affecting you. But
Mm-mm.
now that you're over 50, you have to be more cautious. And
Mm.
I wanna be here a long time. I got some work to do, and I love my friends and being around my sisterhood. So I'm trying to hang around.
Hey,
Yes,
jump on in,
ma'am.
Glenda. Jump in.
okay. What has changed and I like about 50 or the dislikes about 50 is or the differences about 50, not dislikes, is the things you done at before 50, you can't do all of those once you become 50. You can't eat the same, you can't dress the same, you can't act the same,
I
you
try to
just
dress
can't do
now.
the
Come
same
on, Glenn.
thing.
No.
Mhm.
You can't even walk the same because your bones ache. Okay.
Hey, I know that's right because I think it's my health too because I back when I was 20 and 30, I didn't think
Hmm.
about exercising. I didn't
No,
think
Hmm.
about eat. I didn't think about a lot of vegetables back then.
no.
Hmm.
But now it's just like I'm trying to do these things and I'm not my mind is not prone to eating vegetables every day. No,
Hmm. Hmm.
no.
You're
You
not.
have, when you're meal planning or you even go out to eat, you have to figure out, well, what kind of vegetables am I going to eat? Because
Mhm.
even drive-throughs or fast food combos are not designed with vegetables. So you gotta get that combo, but you need to get a salad too, and the salad combos don't come with salads.
Mm-mm.
You know what
The
I
French
mean?
fries, that's
So
the vegetable. That's a potato.
so really and
That's a
Potato.
truly,
starch. Cornstarch.
Fast food places are not designed for 50 and over. We need to
Tell
stay
it.
away.
Tell it.
They're not made for us.
No, they are not. No, they are not. Right
So
And,
on.
what we
and what
need to do, fast food is for 40 and under. They're not for us. We don't need to be in those lines.
Mm-mm.
and wait a minute, when Glenda said about the dressing, um what y'all think brought to mind when she said about you don't dress the way you used to, or you can't dress like that anymore once you get over 50? Geisha's moo party.
Right.
Moo me over 50 in a
Yeah,
moo
moo.
a moo
Um,
but
Oh,
I
Mama.
enjoyed it, Geisha. I
And I'm
enjoyed
57
That's the
and
new
made a
thing.
moo for mini moo
it.
with thunder thighs. I was wrong for that.
We're gonna have to ask for that salad and that combo now.
I'm gonna have to get push them fries out for a salad.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
oh.
So now that we talked about the surprising part, what are some misconceptions about life after 50 that you'd like to debunk, to say that aren't true? What are some things about life after 50 you want to say that aren't true? Ventura, you look like you want to say something.
You talking about like what people would say like when we were younger and they were 50
Uh-huh.
and they said things, and now that we are 50, are they true?
Right. Uh-huh.
I really don't, I really don't have nothing that they said that was not true, because the first thing is the hot flashes. That is real.
Well, that's real. But there
So
are some things that
things
that people think in their minds that they can't do at over 50.
that
That
you can do.
you got to be more settled and quiet when you're over
No,
50. No, that's not
no, that's not true.
They
We
used to
still
say
live
50
and
was
have
over the
fun.
hill.
true. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
That's a misconception. We
Miss,
because we
right.
thought once you got 50, you was just old,
Uh-huh.
you over the hill, you can't do
Mm-mm.
things,
Oh no.
but you can. 50 is the new 30 now, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
baby, you looking to do 30, honey.
Anytime you still can
Yes.
dance and do splits and stuff like me,
Yes,
Yes,
come on,
Glenda can do
split.
splits over
Yes.
50.
Yes. I'm gonna see if I can add that split video to this.
please don't.
Okay, I
Unless
will. I won't. I won't.
unless YouTube or somebody trying to pay me,
What you say? You trying to get
they
paid,
got to
Glenda?
pay for this split, honey.
50 is over the hill. That must be your circle that you around. That's why your 50 seems over the hill. Your circle is bad.
Yes,
Yeah, I don't even hear
because
about
this
people
50
having
is not
over
over the
the.
hill.
Yeah, I don't even hear about people having over the hill parties anymore. You used to hear it all the time once people turn 50. I don't know of
Hey Kim,
anybody that's having over the hill parties anymore.
Mm-mm. Yeah, because they used to
Mm-mm.
have all that stuff in the party store, like over the
Mm-hmm.
uh-uh, uh-uh.
that's
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
when people turned 50, they was so ready to get canes and stuff.
I don't know about that one.
Me
They was
neither,
back in the
Geisha.
day. They was ready to get canes and stuff.
No,
No, I
now
ain't
that
never
ain't
did no
that ain't that
cane.
ain't this 50. Mm-mm.
No,
We ain't.
ma'am.
We the new 50.
Ma'am.
And we have another guest who's joined us, Kim Robinson, all the way from New Orleans. Thank
Okay.
you, Kim. How are you tonight?
I'm fine. How are you?
We're doing well. We're doing well. We're just getting started. So you can just jump right on in with us. Okay.
Okay.
Glenda, you all right over there?
Yes.
Hey, y'all. Now tell me this. Let's talk about this. What roles have friendships played since at this stage in your life? Friendships. Let's talk about friendships.
Mm. Good question. I've lost a lot of them. I lost a lot. You
Hmm.
know, it's a season
Yeah.
for friends, and he said, God says he'll weed them out, and then he'll bring in new,
Hmm.
and the new has been great since I've turned 50, and it's small, it's a pee hole, but I thank him for those that are in my life, in my friendships.
That's good. I think I have a great circle of friends. Um, Even being on this call with you, Shankerlin, we were in grade school together, and now we're over 50 and we're still connected. So um, I think that's a great testament to friendships. And although we have not always, we don't have to call each other every day, but we
Right,
stay connected.
Right.
And as I think as we've grown more in Christ, that connection has been more meaningful with
Hmm.
friendships. Kim, I met her on the job. And well, I met Kim actually before I met her on the job, but I was still working. We just didn't work together at that time. So she was a big help for me. And then we actually ended up working together. And so it's been some years now, great support system. Then I met Miss Glenda Copeland when I moved back to, well, no, I think I had met Glenda before I left Pearland, but I really gotten to know her better since I moved back to Pearland back in 21, the end of 2021. And I think I have a great friend support system, so that's very important to me.
Your friendships are important, and like Mintrell said, I know I can tell in the last couple of years, my circle has really gotten smaller. So we it's not that we don't like each other or anything like that, but we've just grown into different directions and different paths. So and I take friendships really serious now at this stage in my life because
she really do,
it's
baby. She
important.
really do.
You so
What do you think about friendships, Kim? I know Haitians are friends with all of us
I
here.
I was about to say that I agree that since I've gotten to my 50s, that my circle has gotten smaller.
Mhm.
And my circle real, it's not just gotten smaller. It's like you said, it's a pee hole. It might be even smaller than that. It's only it's just like like a banana peel, right? And when you pull off the peel, then at one point it's just no more peel. I feel like I was stripped in a lot of good ways of some people to
Mhm.
allow me to do other things. Because
Mhm.
although I wanted those people as friends, I wanted to keep them, and it hurt me that I don't have them as friends.
Right.
But I do realize that the friends that I have are more in my corner, more, I can be
Mhm.
myself around, they could be themselves around me. I don't have to worry about um if I have something that they may be jealous that they don't have it, or they're only, there are different types of friendships. And
Yeah, and it's
Mhm.
so,
on a mature level. It's your maturity
exactly,
too.
exactly. Like,
Right.
um, I could put one of you guys up, like, I'm just gonna use you for Geisha, that she's about to be a minister. For me, that is like great, awesome. Like, I'm ready to lift that up to the highest of the
Mhm.
high. And she knows that I want to do things as far as a businesswoman, and she wants to lift that to the highest of the high.
Right.
So it's a friendship that is so beneficial on
Mm-hmm.
both ends. And it's not a friendship where, oh, she want to do this, I want to do this. It should be me instead of her. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this age, we don't want that kind of friendship. We want honest,
Mm-hmm.
true friends who can, you don't have to talk to them every day. You could talk to them once a week, once a month,
And
months
you
out,
still
and
connect.
you still it when you talk again, it's like it's like nothing ever happened. It's like I haven't missed a day or a minute. I'm just right back into it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I find, a real important part of friendship.
Genuine friendship.
And then
Genuine friendship.
Genuine.
and then you don't want people that drains you. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Because it can be very draining. Because a friendship can be just like a relationship with a with your husband or your boyfriend or something like that. And and if it feel like you got to take, that's very draining. You
yes,
know.
yes.
So as far as the levels that I think that where I lost a lot of friends, we were just on different levels. We were just doing different things.
And
And
you
I
know
And it
what?
happens and it's
That's
hurtful
something
sometimes.
that I don't think I was ever prepared for.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you
uh-huh.
have these friends, and you think, this is my friend to the end, right?
Hmm.
We're going to always be this way.
Hmm.
And I wasn't prepared for it. But
Hmm.
now I see it. You know what I mean? Like, I
Mm-hmm.
see the friendships, and I see we probably shouldn't have been friends. Nothing wrong with that person, nothing wrong with me. Just we were
Hmm.
always on different levels.
Levels.
Hmm.
And then those levels changed even more
When you got older.
as I got older, right? So
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
then it's not any less, she's not any they're not any less uh important people or good people. It's just that we're not on the same level to be in the same type of friendship that we were in before.
Glenda, what do you think?
I think that the friends I have, I don't have people that I'm not friends with, but I have had to put some friends on the back burner, but I'm not, it's not like I'm not friends with them. You have to meet people where they are. You know what I mean? And so, and we
Yeah.
don't talk for 10 years, we can pick right up where
Mhm.
we left off, and I'm just a people person. I'm
Mhm.
not a grudge hearted person. And I can tell you about yourself. And
Mhm.
I know when and where to tell you about yourself.
That's an honest friend. I was gonna say
Yeah.
something about that. 'Cause I like an honest friend. Tell me when I'm wrong. Tell me I need to change something or I need to think another way. And it may not be the way that I think it is. Yeah, I want that person to. I think that's
And
important.
and this is an important thing for me, because all friends are not meant to be treated the same. All
Hmm.
friends are not meant to be
Yeah.
chastised the same. You know
Mhm.
your personal relationship with that friend.
Right.
You know
Right.
your
Yeah.
personal friendship. You know how that person treats you when nobody else is around. You know how that person is. You know when and how to do things with that person. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Hmm.
That's
So
good.
Yeah.
that
That.
person can't tell you how to approach them on how you feel about them. You
And
know
that's
how to approach that person on how you feel about them, because some people will play victim.
Right. And
You know what I
that's the
mean?
same
They
thing
will
with
you can't approach everybody personally because they will play victim. You got to meet them where they are. Like I said, some people you got to meet where they are, and you just can't pull everybody to the side and just say, "Oh well, I'm disliking this." That person behind, but when it's just you and that person, if you can constantly be nasty with a person when it's just you and that person and y'all supposed to be friends, no, I'm not gonna give you that satisfaction. Eventually I'm gonna do what I feel like I need to do after giving you so many chances to stop. I'm gonna do what I got to do, and I will not allow you to continue to play
Mm-hmm.
it.
Right.
That's
That's
just,
right.
and I'm gonna love you the same.
That's good, Glenda. That's good. Yeah, those friendships are important, and we have to have some boundaries and some things in those relationships that we have with people.
and we have to balance it too, because I know that you and Geisha have been friends for years, and I can't, why would I get upset because me and you have a total different relationship
Mhm.
than what you have with Geisha? Yeah, I was mad when y'all went to Vegas and went to go see Usher and left me here. But I got, that's just the different levels and different friendships. And a good friend would be, y'all, did y'all have a good time? All right,
Mhm.
And but if you get that other friend, what? And you didn't tell me? No, no,
Mhm.
we too old for that.
We are too old.
So
Well,
that's where those levels of friendships come in at.
one thing about a situation like that, I've I've grown to know everything that my friends do. I don't have to do, and so if they plan things and I'm not included,
Right.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm okay with that.
Because that's the maturity that you
Yeah.
have since we have
And I'm
become
gonna
older.
support them, and I'm gonna
Hmm.
be blowing their phone up. Make sure you send me plenty pics. They already know me.
So let's move on. I know I don't want to keep y'all all night. So the next question is, how have your priorities changed or your goals changed since turning 50? How have your priorities changed
Ooh.
or your goals changed since
Can I
turning
go
50?
first?
You sure can.
Well, once you turn, sometimes life will change them for you. You don't have to change them.
True that.
That is true.
Life. I was about to turn. I was 49, getting ready to turn 50, and life changed mine for me, and I had to have boots on the ground. I was still battling cancer. I was at the end of battling cancer, but still taking a dose of chemo, body toe down, um, getting out a 26-year relationship,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
watching my kids be sad. They was adults. My baby girl was in college. Watching them be sad and seeing me at my lowest health wise, and and it was their dad, and and just it was life made you.
Life, life put a spin on your goals and your priorities. Yes,
Yeah,
it will. Yes, it
Hmm.
will.
but then it just not life put it on it then. When I got with the person, life put a spin on all my goals.
Mhm.
Cause
So we,
that relationship, it was selfishness from the beginning, and it wasn't on my part.
yeah, so we have to be more conscious of our health, Now,
I put church aside.
uh, mm.
Hmm. Yeah.
So what do you think, Geisha? What kind what how your priorities or goals changed at this stage in life?
I think that my priorities or goal change to be uh, is not selfish, but more self-centered because since the age of 20, I have had other people that I had to take care of, having my first child at 20. And so when I turned 50, um, and getting ready to go into retirement, the focus shifted. Like I have to do stuff for me and make myself a priority, like self care, self love, my peace, all of those things changed for me. Just being a little bit self centered, a little more self centered because I was that person. I'm gonna make sure everybody else is taken care of. But at the end of the day, when your kids are grown around that age for me, then what do you do? And I was preparing to be an empty nester so that when I became an empty nester, I hear people talk about how that's really hard for them. I didn't want, that to be hard for me. So I practice, living my life outside of being there all the time for my daughters.
For other people. Right. That's good, Geisha. Prioritizing you at this stage is very important. Mintrell or Kim?
Well, um, things started changing before I turned 50, I guess to better prepare me, especially in 2011 when my mother passed. That just I mean everything changed. So that was a major change in my life at the age of 39. So that kind of went into my 40s. So when I started dealing with my 40s, I started looking at my 40s differently. So I think that helped prepare me to be ready to go into my 50s. So my goals totally changed because I think I'm kind of a little bit outside of my box than what I used to be in. And so I think it started before I turned 50, and it was best for me to go through what I went through to help to prepare for now.
Mhm. Okay.
I
Kim?
must have not been ready for anything because I wasn't ready to lose no friends. I wasn't ready to be 50. And
Mhm.
I think when I got out the military and it has taken me some years to start getting on track.
Hmm.
And every year I have to reflect again and try to push myself to the position of what I should be doing for me and not doing for everybody else.
Mhm.
And but I come from a place mentally where I'm used to doing everything for everybody else.
Right.
So when I don't get my own stuff done, it's
Hmm.
okay. But the deal
Yeah.
is, it's not okay.
Mm-mm.
And it is a learning, I feel like I'm in a learning
Mm.
curve where I have to continuously push me. It's like that's where you belong, but you're not there. And
Hmm.
then as you keep trying and striving for that position, you have to make some adjustments along the way for you to get to the place that's best for you. Not that's best for the kids, not that's best for your parents or the grandkids or the nieces and the nephews. The place that's best for you. So
Mm.
if that
So
means
are
that,
you striving? Are you
yeah,
striving for it?
I
Are you
wasn't.
pushing yourself to do it even though you're
Yes.
over 50 now?
Yeah, I'm over 50. I'm 56. Yeah, 56. And I don't think I was striving for it, but I have been working more and more towards it. Like I can start seeing the shift. You know how you say you're gonna do something, but you never do it. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna do this, but then you still do it. Well, now I see me honestly putting the left in front of the right or the right in front of the left to do some things that is just for me, not in anybody else's direction. But I could clearly see that I wasn't striving hard enough or that I was easily swayed, so to speak, like, oh, do this, oh, do that. And now, though, I do see it. I see, yes, I've got to do this. Yes, I need to do that. Yes, I have to, write the things down. I do clearly see me striving for things for myself, not for other people. But it's taken me 6 years to get there. But I'm getting there, and that's the good part.
That's the good part. Yeah.
That's the good part.
And it's hard. You know what I'm saying?
It's
It's
very
hard
hard.
to let that go. Like Geisha was saying about her daughters. I'm another one that was raising children at 20, and therefore afterwards, and you look at self and say, what have, like Janice say, what have I done for self lately?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know and then we have to take care of ourselves, because if we don't take care of ourselves, we can't worry about everybody else, because that's what we done for so long.
Yes.
And it's hard to let go. Me and Shanklin talk about it all. It's hard, and I
I
try.
I know it
I'm
was
at fault with
hard.
that.
I didn't think, how you think I'm handling it. I'm good. In your subconscious, you're like, it's not that hard. It's not, I got this. But I realized it was harder than I thought, because now I'm like doing mental checks. Like, am I doing the things that I needed to do for me today? Like, I could do all these other stuff for everybody else, but if I haven't done something for myself, then I'm wrong, and I have to walk in that.
Hmm. That's good, Kim, and that's real. I like your honesty. You know, you said, checking in on you, and that's what we have to do is when we have to check in on ourselves. And I know I put down that I think I've made a more conscious decision, made it a priority to on my health because I have had some really tremendous health challenges since I've turned 50 that I never experienced before. And this is just totally different because I opened the pill bottle. I have about 10 pills I take at one time. And I'm like, where did this come from? But, so my health has been a priority for me for the past year now. And it's still a challenge, but I'm trying. I'm gonna keep trying because I gotta get this thing right. I gotta get it right.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Anybody else want to jump in, or we can move on? We can move on. What okay? What challenges have you faced? We talked about priorities, and it kind of tied into these challenges too. So, what challenges have you faced, and how have you overcome them? I know Kim just talked about you know, taking care of herself because that can be a big challenge. You always prioritizing other people, putting yourself on the back burner. And I've talked about my health. It's been a struggle. So, Glenda.
I think the challenges that I faced have been setting those boundaries. And, setting boundaries with your family, with your friends, and maybe there were no boundaries before. And then
Mm.
when you make those changes, when you make changes, people are resistant to change. They don't like change. But
That's good.
when you establish those, you can establish boundaries at any time. And so establishing those boundaries was a challenge, but I have overcome them because I continue to work on these are my boundaries, and protecting my peace is everything, you know. And if my spirit is not settled with something that's going on, it bothers me. It bothers me if a friend and I don't see eye to eye. But I've learned, um, when I say see eye to eye, there were many times before where I would just, I'm still that person that makes things over easy, but I stop allowing people to hurt me in the process and not say anything because people don't know if you don't say anything. So you have to say those things. And whenever I confront a situation or however you want to call it, I always pray about it first because I want to be intentional about the words that I speak when I'm sharing, even with a family member or a friend. I want to be intentional because we know hurt people hurt people. I don't want to be a person that hurts another person because I'm hurting. I want to be intentional about what I say and what I do, so that that relationship can be savaged if it's savageable. But boundaries are very important.
That's good, Geisha. That's real good. Glenda, what's some of the challenges?
I've had to set some boundaries about what I do, and I still need to get better with setting more boundaries. I invite people into my personal space, um, and I invite news and things into my personal space, and that I don't need to be taking on, you know, things that I have no control over, that all I got to do is pray about. I don't need to bring it on my shoulders. I just need to pray about it and let God handle what God does, as He do.
Mhm.
But my problem is the devil want me to put it on my shoulder, and I got to realize it's the devil, not, it ain't nothing positive for me. And some of
Mhm.
that stuff I gotta, if somebody go and shoot up something, that's not for me to carry on my shoulder.
Right.
And so I have to set boundaries about not taking on, putting negativity in my space like that. Even news. Sometimes you gotta tone out news.
You do. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And I got to realize, and I've been told this several times, you can't save the world. And it ain't just the world. It's the world right here next to me, or in the grocery store. I just can't save the world.
Mm-hmm.
But believe me, I try. But I've got to set a boundary. That's not my assignment. God ain't give me that.
I think that we all have heart, great hearts, and we want to help people, and we want everybody to be their best self, and that's why we try to step in and do what God needs to do. And yes, I just had a situation where I'm saying now, I when people tell me no, I'm going to learn to take their no. So, you know, that's the kind of people we are. We've grown to be, and yes, setting those boundaries and not trying to overshadow or do what God can only do. Kim, what are
I
some
guess
challenges
I'm,
you faced?
I'm still on the that I'm still getting there.
Mhm.
That things are many things are challenges for me still, and that I'm still navigating my way through the challenges. I don't put boundaries. I'm learning that. I don't do enough self care. I'm working on that.
You know,
So
if you're a friend of Geisha's,
I'm not far enough along.
if you're a friend of Geisha's, you got to know that that self-care thing is important.
Definitely, it's not that I don't know it. We can know a lot of things. It is putting those things into effect in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I'm saying that I know I'm not there, but I know that I'm realigning myself to put those things in position and perspective for me. Like I can tell you that I still don't want to carry my son across my back and he just made 31. I know that that's out of line. I know that I have to just let him fall by the wayside if that's what has to happen. But I have to put those things into what I have to do. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
one thing to know it, it's another thing to practice it.
Mm-hmm.
So I am putting forth much effort to practice it. So
Mm-hmm.
like I still know that I'm not 100% there, but I do know that I am working towards it.
Well, that's all that you can do. That's all we can ask for is that you work towards it. Yes, because you
Right.
deserve it, and every all of us deserve it. We deserve to be happy and live whole lives, not just health wise. That's all areas: mentally, physically, socially, financially. So it's very
Yeah.
important.
But you also have to remember for yourself, and I think that's something with Black women is that we don't know enough that we're supposed to be that on that important plane. You know, we are used to um being, you know what people used to say, Captain Save a Hole. We're used to that as a Black woman. We want to save everybody. We want to do for everybody. But we do have to come back to a realization that that's not what we're here to do.
To do. No,
That
ma'am.
we have to cut some things off. We do have to do the boundaries like Geisha talks about. And we do have to start doing some things for ourselves that make us better
Hmm. And we all
down
have
the
a
road.
purpose. We all
Right,
have a
right.
purpose, and it's not
Yeah.
to be a slave to anybody else.
Right, right. And that's no matter who it is.
Mm-mm.
Nieces, nephews. It could be a job. It could be
Um,
anything else that's out there without you putting forth some effort for yourself.
I was listening to something Pastor Mike said in his sermon this week. He said it was like devours. Is that it? They come to devour. They come to take everything from a devour. We can't. Mm-mm.
Right.
Like locusts that eat up on everything. They just want to kill you. No,
And
not
to
in this
piggy
season.
and to piggyback on what you guys are talking about, I was just listening to Kim. We are used to seeing strong women in our families, especially women that were single. For instance, my mom, single with three children. Me and my brother and sister is 13 and 16 years apart. So I had to watch and see her struggle and be strong as a woman. And then when it's time for us to sit back and relax, we still hold that wall up. And we have to let it go because
Mhm,
we can't control the situation. And that's what I had to learn. And that's what I had to overcome is that I can't control everything and
mhm,
everybody
mhm.
because everybody not going to listen to what you have to say.
Right.
So, like our parents have told us, don't touch that iron because that iron is hot. But we want to touch it anyway just to see if it's hot.
Hmm.
So we carry so much. We carry the load. You know how they do on Memorial Day? Carry the load. We try to carry the load, and that's too much. And that's what I had to learn how to what to overcome. Stop carrying the load. You can't carry the load for everybody.
Well, how do you stay motivated? to pursue new opportunities and experiences? How do you stay motivated? I know we talk to our friends, they give us encouragement, you know.
Well, well, I have. Can y'all hear me?
Hmm.
I have some good friends in my corner. They will hold me accountable. They will tell me no. You should probably do it this way. And I love my friends and my friends that I see and talk to every day. They will put me in my place and they will love on me at the same time. And I appreciate them. They will stop me in my tracks and I need that. And um, I don't take that lightly at all.
Hmm. Yeah,
See,
Geisha is
my
a motivator. I think
see
that
my
we all on
Geisha,
this.
Gloria, and Donna. They hold me accountable. They keep me grounded, motivated, and they push me in so many ways to get rid of the procrastination that I have. And all I gotta do is put that foot forward, and God is waiting on me.
Hmm.
And they constantly tell me that. And I have a first lady so big in my life.
Oh yes, First Lady, she is.
Yes,
She's very encouraging.
yes, she is.
So,
So I stay motivated by, of course, reading God's word, staying in that word that keeps me motivated, and just putting myself in places and circles that are motivational to me, such as the Wednesday morning inspiration call, do Bible studies. Those things keep me motivated
mm,
to pursue, new opportunities when opportunities come up and when I have a passion for something. And I look for some opportunities too to get involved with that I'm passionate about. So it's not like work for me. It's just what I'm passionate about, and I'm motivated to do those things.
mhm,
and
Well,
for me, I'm trying to get to another level in life. I do not want to stay stagnated. So yes, I have friends that push me, and like being in Grace Over 50 have pushed me into selling the paparazzi jewelry that I have told my sister for the last 8 years that I was not going to do. Girl, I'm not going to do that. But Grace Over 50 has helped me to come out of that comfort zone. And yes, I can do it. And I can do other things to motivate me to get me to a higher level. And sometimes, Mentrail, you can't take everybody with you because we want to take everybody with us.
mhm,
And sometimes we can't. So, I'm just gracious and thanking God every day that He have put people in my life to motivate me and not a lot of negativity because
mhm,
negativity will make you turn around and make you doubt and second guess yourself. And I'm not
mhm,
going to do that when I know what I can do, only with God's power, but He gives us power also to do it. So, that's what motivate me, and I'm gonna get there, cause I'm so proud of my friend Shanklin because this organization that she had that thought and God pushed her, and it was some things she was saying, you know, girl, I gotta do this paperwork and I gotta fill this grant out and I gotta, and then once God started wheeling and pulling things in, it was
mhm.
like, okay, I can really do this, and she has done that, and I'm proud of her.
Thank you for saying
and one thing I want to say off of that. Um, One of my friends, Gloria, started a business, and I meant I was gonna help her and help her. And I just felt so good when her first sales and stuff was coming in. And, I felt like I was conquering the world and helping her
it.
get. And it just felt so good to see her prospering. And she did so good, and she do so good, and she spends so much. She invests in her friends way more than she invests in herself. And I feel like I want way more for her than I know she don't even know we want more for her than she probably want for herself, because she keep boots on the ground for friends, family, everybody. She don't even have to know the people. She keep boots on the ground.
Mhm. That's good. That's good. We need people out here to work. Kim, what do you think? How do you stay motivated?
I would say it's my circle.
Mhm. That circle is important.
It is very important because if somebody in your circle is doing something, it also gives you a glimpse of something else that you could do. Like it gives you like a little, lights that little fire of hope. Like, oh, maybe I might be able to do that. Oh, she's doing this. Oh, I could do that. Now, I have always wanted a business. I've also had to learn, there's some kind of businesses you don't want, but I've had to learn that. But to do other things, to keep the fires burning. Okay, you can't just sit home every day. But what are you gonna do? I mean, you can sit home every day, but what else are you gonna do? Like where you want to go, what volunteer work you might want to do, what job you might want to have, and it doesn't have to be just about financial, as it could be about educational, it could be mental, and I would say totally it's the circle that keeps me motivated on doing other things.
That's good. Yeah, that circle is important. But I want to say that to stay motivated too, y'all. We need to rest too, because rest is important. Um, to be refreshed to do the things that we want to do. So make sure we are resting when we need to at times, because that's what keeps us going. So make sure you do that. And also staying positive. We have to stay positive about, situations. We always can find some good in the smallest thing, in the least thing. There is some good in it.
And
Anybody else?
I want to say one thing, and somebody that can send you um, some prayers and scriptures and some motivational wordings and affirmations out every day, and devotionals, prayers out every day, 365 days a year. That you need that person.
You
That
do.
person don't need you. You need that person in your life. And
It-
I thank God, precious jewel, Geisha Wallace, for
yeah.
that. And I was reading her stuff before I knew who she was.
And if you don't
I,
follow Keisha Wallace on Facebook, go and find her. You will be motivated each and
yes,
every day. Follow her on Facebook at Geisha Wallace. You can follow her on Instagram, and you will get your daily dose of
y'all
motivation.
better get on board
Get
because
on board.
it will change your life. Y'all better send a friend request out. Let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. She will pull you out she will
Dark
pull
place.
you out of quicksand, I'm telling you.
Well, thank y'all
Amen.
for that commercial break. Thank y'all for that.
We're gonna boost your followers up. You gonna get a boost
Yeah.
on.
If y'all, they the ones missing
They
out.
they missing out.
They missing out. 365 days a year, and this ain't nothing that's being pulled from somewhere.
Mm-mm.
This is pulled from the head and the heart.
Mm-hmm. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
I like that, Glenda, from the head and the hearts.
Yeah, from that onion and that heart. But she got an onion on her now.
Laughter is good for the soul.
Yes, that's what we
Yeah,
here to do. We here to do to take it
That's some good
straight off,
medicine.
straight off.
yeah.
So, uh, next question is: what does happiness and fulfillment look like for you now compared to earlier in life? What does happiness look like now compared to earlier in life?
I think happiness for me now looks like being able to spend time with myself and love myself
Mm,
and not having to be connected to a male companion.
mm,
Because some people think that you can't be happy unless you're in a relationship with the opposite sex. And I don't believe that to be true. I'm living that I don't have to be connected to the opposite sex to have happiness. Um, and so I'm happy with being me and being in my own space. I have that peace. So that happiness looks like peace to me.
mm-hmm. Peace.
And
For me,
happiness for me is knowing that one is a whole, that being single is whole. Two don't make it whole.
Mm,
Single make it whole, single make it happiness, and not saying that God don't have other plans for you, but it gives you time to work on yourself. It gives you time to find yourself. It gives you time to just understand where you going and get a better relationship with God, and it allow you to take time and allow God to pick out who you want. He want for you. When we picked out who we want for us,
mm,
all of those relationships did not come from God. We
mm,
can act like they did, but they didn't.
mm-hmm.
And as much as we put on those relationships, and it takes longer to pull all those relationships, arguments, and all that stuff that came with those relationships off. It was quickly put on, but it takes years to pull them off.
Right. Mitchell.
and for me, um, acceptance and accomplishments. Number one, acceptance. I don't have to be accepted like I wanted to be when I was younger. I wanted to fit in.
Mm,
I'm okay with self and who I am. So that was the acceptance. I'm good with it. I'm happy with
mm-hmm.
where I am and where I'm going. And then my accomplishments that I made since, graduating high school, no college, getting married at 24, having children, having grandchildren. I'm a grandmother. Those are some of my accomplishments that I made in life that I didn't foresee in the future, but it happened. So something
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you have to deal with what's dealt to you and know how to navigate it. So as being older has helped me to, you know, navigate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where my happiness come from. Then when I was in 20s and 30s, because 20s and 30s, I was married, so I wasn't single, like clubbing and, you know, going on trips with my friends and doing all of that. I had responsibilities early in life. So now that I'm 50, I'm enjoying some of those things that I didn't do earlier in life. But I'm happy at where I am because I can't worry about what I didn't do in the past. I can't worry about because I didn't go to college. I can go to college now if that's what my desires are. So I'm happy and looking forward to the next level.
That's good. Kim? Mm-hmm.
I
What is
I would
happening?
say some of the same thing. I would say, the responsibility level is so different at this age that when I get up in the morning, I don't have to wake up anybody for school but me. If I'm in school or to leave the house, it's a big accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
And what I my responsibility, my load is so much lightened. And I can see my accomplishments. And what you said was so right. My daughter, well, all my kids, well, my girls, let me not say my boy. My girls call me just about every day. And I gotta talk to my grandbaby. I gotta talk to my bonus grandbaby. We all have to laugh. We have to joke. Um, I could do what I want. If I want to buy the grandchildren boxes of chips and stuff because they're gonna be home, nobody can tell me not to do that. And it is, I am in my own, little happy place
Mm-hmm.
and not worrying about whether there's a man here or not. Not that I don't want one, not that I don't love the companionship, camaraderie that goes with that. I don't have that right now, and that's okay. And
Mm-hmm.
I think for a long time, it's like it wasn't okay. It's like I was constantly looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not looking for it, although I still want to do some of the same fun things, where people say, where do you meet men at? You go here, you go there. But I'm not worried about whether I meet them or not because I'm going to have a good time when I'm there, whether they're there or not. And that is to me a happy place. Like, if we go to, and I'm using this because I don't go very many places in New Orleans or Beaumont because I'm running back and forth with work. But when I get with my friends, I get with Geisha and Glenda and their crew. And if we go somewhere, we're just gonna have a straight on good time. It does not matter if we have men there or not. And I know that some of the ladies have husbands, but are too we
Mm-hmm.
are just having way too much fun to be concerned. We are just in a
Yes.
straight up laugh,
Yes.
hilariously joke together. And if somebody talk to us, we gonna talk back. And we gonna all have, a good time. And it's not with the stresses that we had younger of will we get somebody, we don't have somebody, if we married and the marriage not good or the marriage, we not going through all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
We're just having a good time. And we have learned, I think, at this place to enjoy life.
Right.
Even in its smallest things, smallest stuff that we're just enjoying our life.
Especially when you don't have to worry about a babysitter for your kids and you
I
can't
know.
go because you got to stay at home. You know,
Exactly.
the school call, you got to run up there to the school to see what done happened. That's just a big relief.
Mm-hmm. That's
It's
what I said. I said a lot of stuff don't matter to me anymore.
Me either.
I focus on me and what makes me happy and my feelings. I said
Yes.
I want some strong relationships. They make me happy. My spiritual growth. Growing in Christ. That's what I desire. I It makes me happy to be able to help other people when I want to. not
Right.
not when they call me, but when I want to.
You want to.
Uh-huh. And to accept that, 50 is not bad. It's not. It's what I make it. It's what I desire it to be. So I am happy. And I say all the time, a lot of people, my mother didn't live to see 50. She didn't live to see 30. So, I'm just excited that, I get to experience this. And I did see my grandmother turn 50, but her 50 was kind of like down, they had a lot of responsibility, but baby, I am excited about this.
Yeah. And it does, and it makes you feel good. And it's okay to laugh. It's okay to speak out for yourself. I for many years held things in because I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings and
That's
all that.
me.
And they was like, now they like, what? You said that to me? Yeah, I did. And you know, it releases and it's not a hold on you because so much stress. If you stress that body, that's where all your health issues and problems come in. That's why we had our mothers and grandparents and great grandparents have diabetes and high blood pressure. And I tell them all the
Mhm.
time, y'all not gonna kill me, boo. Cause we had a mindset. Oh, I can't take out. Oh, I'm sick. I'm still working, and no,
Yes.
I'm
But
taking.
yeah, we're gonna be happy at this
Mm-hmm,
stage, y'all. This
mm-hmm,
has been a wonderful conversation. I'm
mm-hmm,
loving what y'all are saying and sharing, and this is gonna,
mm-hmm.
y'all know, this is really gonna help somebody.
I
It
I,
hope it
is.
does.
It is.
I hope it does.
I
And
really hope so.
don't worry about finances. That is the number one stressor. We worry about finances. We can't if you can't control it. All you can do is what you can do.
Oh, you
We
know what
can't
you can do.
control it. It's in God's hands.
Well, I want to say one thing. Once I decided to walk away and say it's time to go our separate ways, out of 26 years, I could finally say it's time to go our separate ways.
Mm, mm,
And I didn't know how when, because we always been paying every, always been two incomes,
mhm,
But when I did say it, I haven't missed a beat.
mhm. Yeah, that's good. You have to prioritize you. Prioritize you.
I had just got a brand new car, had baby in college,
Yeah.
and I had paid 12 months on that car. And I said, Lord, I don't know how I'm gonna pay for this car.
What you
Had,
say, the
had to
Lord will make
look,
a way.
yeah, had to come out the job because my body won't heal. Had to come out of work because my job won't, because my body won't heal
Mm,
from stage 4 aggressive breast cancer.
mm,
And I called my credit union and said, I know I'm ahead right now, but
mm,
I might be a little late after the aheadness get gone. And they said, why? And I told them, and they said, I said, I'm considered disabled right now. And they said, don't worry about it, Miss Copeland. You've been paying on your car a year. To this
look at
month,
God.
that payment, you've been paying on it over a year because I was a month ahead.
Mm,
And then they said, you have disability insurance. I ain't
oh,
had to pay another dime on that.
look at God. Look at God. Look at God.
God was
Praise
preparing me
God.
then to walk away from that. Because the stress
Oh,
in that won't
no.
allowing me to heal from what I need to heal from. And
Okay,
let me
Glenda.
tell you,
So with all that said, Glenda, what advice would you give a women approaching 50? What advice would you give to other women approaching 50, knowing all what you know now?
don't allow the person to show you who they is twice. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. It's okay to be single. It's okay to walk away. It's okay.
Mm,
You don't
mm.
allow them to show you one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10 times. Each time it get worse.
So if you are single at this stage in your life, it's okay to be single.
It's okay to be
It's
single.
okay to be single.
It's the worst. It's the worst you think. No, it's the best thing I ever done was say it's time to go our separate ways.
Hey, I see y'all lives down there in Houston, and y'all living it.
We are, honey, and whew, honey, it's the
Y'all
best thing
living
I've done.
it. Huh. Mitrail.
And I pray to God, give me the strength. If you bring something out of my way, give me the strength to be able to share my time and my space.
Because you're going to keep those friends, huh?
Friends, and Lord, I cook because I want to cook. I don't ever want to cook again because I have to cook.
All right now.
Amen. Mitrail, anybody else? What advice would you give to women approaching 50?
The advice I would give them that's approaching 50, get ready, baby, because it's coming. If God allow you to see it, it's coming. And you don't have to worry about it. We just transition right on into the 50s, like we transition from the 30s to the 40s. And you just don't let anybody tell you what you can't do, okay? Because you can.
Mhm.
Whatever you want to do, you can be 55, you can be 60. It's okay. Do
Mhm.
it if that what makes you happy,
Mm.
because we deserve some happiness.
We
And that's
deserve
what's going to keep us
joy.
going. We joy, peace, and happiness, and sleep.
Joy.
And one other thing, just know, if somebody out there needs to know this, stop going back there picking up what God done had you to put down, because He ain't going back there working. Everything He got for you is in front of you.
Ain't
Amen.
Him,
going
God
backwards.
don't work backwards. Leave what you left back there. God don't go back there and pick that up for you. He gonna leave that right where He left that.
That's right. That's right.
And
And
if
be
it's meant to be
encouraged.
in front of you, he'll put it
It'll
back
be
in front of
He'll
in
you.
put
front of
it
you.
back in front of
Put it
you. He ain't ever gonna go back take you back there. He
back
gonna put it up here if that's where He wanted it.
where he wanted it. If that's
And
what
I
he
want
wanted
them
it.
to be, I want them to be encouraged. It's okay to turn 50, because you turn that half of a century doesn't mean your life is over. It's not over. I thank God I made it to 50. I thank God I made it to 53. My mom lived to be 55. I pray to God that I get to 55 and over. I
Hmm.
pray to be 100 if that's what God wanted. Now I want to be able to move around and do for myself, but if not, it's okay. So
Hmm.
be prepared to enjoy life. If
Hmm.
you're an
Right.
empty nester or your kids are on their way out, enjoy life. Don't
Hmm.
let do not let your life pass you by and don't have any regrets.
Amen. That's good, Mitrail. Anybody else?
I pray that we all continue to live our lives like it's golden, because that's what it is.
That's it.
I would say prepare yourself to learn to do something small for yourself in advance of 50.
Mm.
Something small. The gym, relaxation,
Hmm.
do something different with the word. Um, because I don't think I didn't prepare at all. And so if I just would have took some time, I was too busy. Now we don't say running like a chicken with our head cut off. We know we say running like a track star, but it was too busy running that we
Hmm.
didn't pour into
Into it.
ourselves
That's
enough.
good.
And just it don't have to be I just gotta break away from everybody. I just can't do everything. It's just to start taking some small semblance of something that's just for you, because the kids are going to grow and they're going to go, and the job is not always going to be there. You it depends on where you work. Some people do 20, some people do 30, some people don't do that.
Hmm.
But a job, maybe not the job, is going to be there. So
Mhm.
start doing something small for yourself to concentrate on you. It doesn't have to be hours. It can be 30 minutes for you. And it just will start preparing you for that empty nester
Mhm.
time on my hands. What am I going to do? Because you've already started doing some things, being in some activities.
Mhm.
Like Geisha likes to line dance. I'm only using you, Geisha, because you like to line dance. But we have ladies now that line dancing is so big, and
Mhm.
there's groups that travel all over the world line dancing. And you don't have to be the one that travels, but you could be the one that takes an hour a week and learn a line dance and go with a group. I'm a group person. I like laughing and joking with other people. So going to one of those, is a opportune time. You have guys there, they have girls there. You have conversation, you laugh, you joke, you make new friends. You don't have to take nobody, home to be a friend, but it's an activity that allows you just to relax, relate, release, do a little exercise, and it's just a little something for yourself. That would be my one thing, because my
Mhm.
mother and my grandmother, it was taught like you were supposed to hold those kids, you were supposed to do everything for those kids. You're not supposed to go out. You're not supposed to do nothing.
Mhm.
This is what you're supposed to do, and that's crazy.
Mhm.
But had I learned, yeah, you need to take some time away from your kids. Yeah, you need to do maybe a vacation. If you do a vacation, everybody believe you gotta go to Disney World. Everybody believe you gotta go the farthest of the far. Take your kids an hour up the road where they have something that and take a weekend in the beach. You know what I mean? Take a one night hotel room. It's the little things I don't think that for me I didn't learn to do. And then
Mhm.
I was always, because of how my mother was, I was fighting to do those things. I was fighting to take a vacation. I was
Mhm.
fighting to show my kids that they could vacation.
And
So I
my parents did that with us.
no
We
see my
always did. In the summertime, we went to the beach all summer. We went to Kings Dominion and Busch Gardens several times a summer. And we if we went other places too, but we knew we were gonna do those, and we looked forward to those.
my kids know that. Me
Mhm.
and my brother did not.
Mhm.
We did not know that we could go, from New Orleans, we go to Biloxi. That's the beach an hour away. I'm not saying we had to get in the water because the water's not the cleanest, but I'm just saying we didn't do those things. And you have to learn that you deserve those things. And that's what I mean by taking something small. Like we always think that kids want the extravagant. Kids want, they'll take the smallest and it'll be like the best thing they ever did. I learned to go to the Strawberry Festival. In Louisiana, majority of our festivals and stuff are free. We don't pay for, like in Houston, everywhere you go, you gotta pay to go in the festival. I started taking for the longest, I didn't even realize that when I took them to the Strawberry Festival, we were in the front of the Strawberry Festival. We never went to the back. I didn't even know they had a back, but they were excited that we went to the Strawberry Festival. And when we found out they had a back and it had rides and everything, oh my God, we never even knew. An hour away, letting them do something that's fun, and
Mhm.
then go back home. We put it on ourselves that it has to be the bigger. It doesn't have to be the bigger. It has to be the something.
The time. We have
The
to put time.
time. Right. And it's time for the parent too to just laugh and joke with the kids and have fun and give them another sense of self and
Cause
give
these
yourself a sense
parents
of self.
now taking kids on cruises and stuff.
You don't have to.
It doesn't
Even the
have to be.
kids that
I mean,
didn't even pass to the next grade going on cruise.
listen, if I could have back then took my kids on a cruise, I would have. But
Mhm.
I'm just saying, for where we are today, we've come a long way. We weren't the ones taking our kids on the cruise. Our parents weren't the ones taking us on a cruise. Some of
Mm,
you might have been on vacations, but I could tell you that we didn't go on vacation.
mm-mm,
We
mm-mm.
didn't. When I went away to the military, I was still scared.
Well,
I didn't know how to
our
do my hair.
vacations was to go to the beach and come back home the same day.
Yeah.
We never did that.
Well,
We
that's
never
some
did
good
that.
advice.
When I
That is
went away to the army, I still could not do my own hair. I was scared to go let somebody put a perm in my hair because it wasn't my mother. And that is how strict the situations went. But
mm,
I had to learn. And
mm-hmm,
then meeting when we talk about having circles. My supervisor, who I had when I came on active duty, first I was a reservist for years. When I came on active duty, he made me pay for a vacation and he made me take my children on it. And I was like, I was so scared. I was like, I'm not going. He was like, you going? I was like, I'm not going. He let me pay $50 for a 1 week trip, some vacation he had. Where I paid $50 for Hot Springs, Arkansas, to be in their little room thing for a week. And I was scared to go. And every day as it got closer to the day to go on the vacation, I was saying, I'm not going. I was just that scared.
mm,
And he was like, you're going. He's like, if I come to your house and you're here,
mm,
you're in trouble. And I got my kids together, single, 4 kids, and we drove to Little Rock and Hot Springs, which is right up the road from Little Rock, and they had a blast.
mm-hmm,
The pool, the basketball court, the I didn't do what other people do. I didn't go out to eat every day. We had, the kitchenette.
mm-hmm,
Everybody decided you gonna fix meals one day, you fix your favorite another day. It was just a learning experience. But until I learned, I
mm-hmm.
couldn't do that. If nobody taught me how to do it, I didn't know how to do it.
Right.
But he, being my supervisor, we was talking about in these circles, taught me how to do it. He was like, you can't go on vacation. You don't have to work all the time. You
Mm,
don't have to stress yourself all the time. Do small stuff. And he just gave me an opportunity
uh-huh.
to show me that I could do that. Now, after that vacation, well, now your girl was ready for vacation. But I'm just
So,
saying that before that vacation, I didn't know about vacation because
so
in
would you?
my family, that's not what we did.
So
But
would you
guess
say
what,
that?
Kim?
Would you say
Guess
that
what,
with?
Kim? You broke generational curse. You
Yes,
broke a curse.
yes,
So
Yeah, that's
those
good,
are the
Miss Trail.
little things that you need to look at in your life that you have accomplished. You are breaking generational curses. So you are striving to get where you're trying to get. Don't self
yes.
doubt yourself, okay?
Don't and
And
don't
that's why I want other people who were, you know, our age, younger than us, to give themselves something. It doesn't have to be the biggest, it could be the smallest. It's a weekend away. It's not working when you know you didn't need to work. Taking your kids and don't regret just going an hour up the road. Take that. You
mhm,
don't have to have a hotel room. You can pay for gas, and you can gas up and go an hour away, and you can do something, and then you could come back and just relax, relate, release. And
Mhm.
those are things that I think have helped me, although I've been misguided
Mhm.
along the way.
Yeah. And also I took out of that you had somebody, you had a good connection with your supervisor who cared enough about you to tell you to go what you needed to do to take care of it. That goes to
Yes.
those connections too.
And
They
I was scared to death. I was like, "Mm, I can't go." He was like, "Yeah, you going." I was like, me and 4 kids. He was like, "Yep,
Mhm.
you can do it. You
Yeah,
can do it."
you need that somebody to push you. You need that somebody to push you through. Daisha.
Yes. And he definitely had to push me to go.
I would just say that taking care of your health, paying attention to your body, that is important. And taking care of your mental is important.
You talk a lot about that mental on our inspiration calls on Wednesdays. That's a big thing that I know it's important for you that, everyone, especially women, because we carry a lot of responsibility, that we do take care of our mental health. Yeah, that's real good. And I think for me is, if I had to give advice to women over 50, I would say, well, those approaching 50, embrace it. Accept it, because if it happens, it's good. So, and maintain those good connections with your friends. I mean, the friends who are meaningful, friends who are purposeful, friends who drive you, friends who pray for you, and friends who, don't mind praying for you. So I think that, you at least need, my stepmother told me, you at least need one good friend in your life, somebody who can help you. If you don't have
I
nobody
agree.
else, at least one good friend in your life. So, and to prioritize yourself. Can't nobody be as important as you to you. And nobody's going to treat you the way that you treat yourself. So, and I say that all the time. You can't treat me better than I can treat myself. So, no. I also thought about creating a budget. So, you got to know your limits on stuff. And I'm getting to that part, because I don't right now. I don't have a budget, but in 2025, I'm going to have one. That is a priority of mine, because I have lived frivolously, whatever that word is, and just I spend like I got money on trees. Now I don't have no money trees, so I
That's
Loosely.
me.
Loosely. You
and then I
And
be
spending
I, and
loosely.
I
then I
want
be
to say
looking
one
down.
thing. We must allow our kids 25 and older to be the adults they are and
Yes,
get out their business.
yes, yes. We must allow them to be the adults they
We
are.
don't want to be out of their business, but we need to be out of their business.
And I have another rule for that. If you come to me looking to me for anything, then I am in your business.
That's
So
right.
you better take care of your business if you don't want me in your
If
business.
you don't want me in your business, don't come for me
Don't
acting
come to
like,
me.
don't come to me acting like a kid.
That's right. That's right. So yes, that's some good advice for women. And I think our last question is kind of similar to that advice thing. It said, if you could share one life lesson or piece of wisdom with women over 50, what would it be? And what I said was, do what you love every day. Do what you love. Do what makes you happy.
I love that. I love that. Do what makes you happy. And I would add, um, grow in your faith and make sure that your spiritual relationship or your spiritual self is that you're connected, because your faith will take you a long way. Because my faith has taken me a long way. If it had not been for my belief in God, I'm glad I don't look like what I've been through. Praise God for that. So faith is important. Your spiritual walk is important, um, to have that. And make sure, again, taking care of your mental. Sometimes you can't take care of things on your own. Talking to friends can help sometimes, but sometimes you need to make that extra step and go talk to a professional. And it's okay not to be okay. You just don't need to stay stuck there, because if you stay stuck, then that's a problem. And it's not only a problem for you, it's a problem for the other people that's connected to you. And sometimes we can't see that because we just don't. We're too deep in our own stuff that we can't see how it affects other areas of our lives. So it's important that you get that professional help if you need it, because it's available. But mental, making sure you're spiritual and your mental as well, and physical, because our bodies are important. And don't wait long when something is ailing you. You feel that coming on. Don't wait long, because we all know that early detection is important. The earlier they catch something, whatever it may be, your chances are better. So don't sit on it.
And my wisdom for women over 50, if they say, go get your shingle shot and you done had the chicken pox, go get your two shingle shots. Do whatever it is to do that you need to do once you turn 50. Like Daisha said and like Shanklin said, take care of self. We have done enough. You raised your children, and God has fortune given you breath to see your grandchildren. That's a blessing. And for those grandchildren in the future, for some of my sisters, you know. Um, but my wisdom is, it's it's some things that is just hard for us to let go, and we have to let it go because we have no control. It would take a whole lot of burdens off of you. And when God say, lay your burdens down, give them to me, give it to him. Because he's the only one that can handle them. That's my
Oh
piece of
yeah.
wisdom.
Mhm. Glenda, your piece of wisdom or one
My
life
piece,
lesson.
my piece of wisdom is keep moving forward. Everything that God has for you is in front of you.
Yes, I like that. It's in front of you.
It's in front of you.
Kim.
That's deep, yeah. Um, I would say two things. You don't have to be your parent,
Mm,
and it's okay. And the second thing would be, it's going to be all right.
mhm,
No matter how far it look, how bad it look, it's going to be all right.
oh, that's good. That's good. Well, I think this was a great conversation, ladies. I thank you all so much for joining me tonight. Um, I hope to we can do this again in the future, and maybe come back and talk about how we're doing, later on down the line. So look
Yep.
for something from me. Any last words, Daisha, you wanna?
I just think that 2025, we're going to be all the way live. We still 50, over 50, and fabulous. Grace over 50. Continue to extend grace to yourself and to others. That's important. And what Kim said, we're going to be all right. That was one of my devotions when I went to prayer this morning, and I probably shared it with you all, was everything will be fine with you. And I believe that. I believe that everything will be fine with you. We have to just trust God on that. So
Trust
it's
God.
time to live it up.
Just living it up. Well, ladies, I want to thank you one last time. You all have a happy holidays. If we don't talk anymore before then, thank you. And I look to chat with you all again soon.
Thank you for having us.
Bye. Had a great
Merry
time.
Happy
Christmas and Happy New
holidays.
Year.